What's up, guys? This is Dhruv, aka The Runner, coming to you with another shoe review. And this one is rather special. It is none other than the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent 2. Uh, this is a really iconic shoe, and I'm really excited about it, which is why I opened up the box yesterday. Couldn't wait, but I haven't tried it on. I wanted to make this video when I first try them on, and planning to take them out for a run in a bit here. So again, wanted to make this video before I did any of that. Before we begin, I just want to clarify, last time around when I made a shoe review, I got a lot of questions about whether I'm sponsored by the shoe company or whether I got the shoes for free. I just want to clarify that I'm not sponsored, and I bought these shoes with my own money. Way too much money if you ask me. And that's probably the reason that my wife still doesn't know about this purchase. Good thing she's not active on social media, so this can be our little secret. I'm hoping to just hide them in plain sight amongst all the other shoes that I have. But to be honest, there's no reason that a runner of my skill level should be spending this much money on a pair of race day shoes. But you know what? I caved, and it's one of the only hobbies that I have, and there's a lot of justifications I gave myself, to be honest. But I think more than anything else, this shoe is iconic. It is one of those products that totally revolutionizes an industry, right? I mean, this changed the landscape for the Vaporfly series, changed the landscape of distance running when Eliud Kipchoge broke 2 hours. And these are the shoes that he ran and won the Olympic gold in. In fact, the Olympic silver and bronze medalists were also wearing the same shoe. So I'm pretty excited to finally have gotten my hands on these. And now I'm excited to get my feet on them. So let's get started. All right. Ooh, look at that. These look beautiful, and they are super light. I don't know what the specs are in terms of the weight on these, but they are really, really light. I really like this new colorway. The pink and the red and the white, it looks really good. They've got a new upper. That's the change between the Vaporfly Next Percent and the Next Percent 2. This one is called an engineered mesh, and versus the previous one was the Vapor Weave. I've tried the Vapor Weave on the Zoom Fly 3s that I have, but honestly I'm not a big fan of the Vapor Weave and the booty type upper that they have that just kind of fits like a sock on your foot, but I just never felt very comfortable in that. This looks a lot better. We'll try it on. It does have a tongue, which is great. I feel the tongue really helps with the fit. It does have the laces which are offset, so they're not straight, they're coming in off the side a little bit. It's the same in terms of the midsole. It's pretty much the same midsole. I hear that it's exactly the same. I haven't seen the Next Percent, so I can't comment on that. But in terms of the specs for the fellow runners out there, the heel stack height I believe is 40 mm, which is within the spec of what World Athletics would allow for road races. And so that's basically, for those of you that don't know, and a lot of you asked me this on the last one, the stack height is the height of the midsole at the heel. So this, inside, we measure it inside, not necessarily this height here. But that's the stack height. And then there's an 8 mm drop from heel to toe. So that means the stack height on the front, on the forefoot, around the toes is 8 mm lower. So that's going to be around 32 mm, which is to be expected in a race day shoe. An 8 mm drop sometimes can be even 10 mm, comes down to personal choice. I'm quite happy with an 8 mm drop. And of course this has the iconic carbon plate. The predecessors of this shoe, the original Vaporfly was the first shoe with the carbon plate, and kind of that's where the iconic nature of this shoe comes in, right? I mean, I'm a complete sucker for iconic products. Like I said, I used to I don't know if you've ever met this, but that is Daenerys. That is a 1965 Mustang that I used to own and drive, and that's the same reason that I ended up buying that car, because it totally revolutionized the automotive industry, and especially it brought the whole muscle car revolution to America and changed the automotive industry. And I feel like this shoe does something very similar, or did something very similar to the world of distance running. This is as iconic as the Mustang was to the auto industry. You know, it just changed the landscape. You have so many shoes with carbon plates, torsion rods, and everything out there. But from what I hear, this ZoomX foam is supposed to be absolutely awesome. And to be honest, I wasn't a big fan of the React midsole that was on the ZoomX. It is really soft, but it feels kind of unstable just because it's a little too soft for my liking. So let's see how this ZoomX holds up. Let's try them on. Fits nice, feels comfy. It's a little snug. It is a little narrow. So this is a size 8.5, and yeah, I've still got about a thumbnail. Yeah, just about a thumbnail from my longest toe. I am wearing kind of thicker socks, but it is a little snug. It's pretty tight, and I don't necessarily mind that. The offset laces do kind of give it a good fit. Ooh, yeah, that feels good. Yeah. Let's put the other one on. They do have a little bit of a cushion on the back of the heel that keeps it clamped down. A little bit of padding on the tongue itself, which is nice, because when I tied this one down, it felt really good. I gotta tell you, these shoes look really good. The pink is really bright, and I kind of like that. Alright, yeah, they fit really good. It's nice and snug, which is something that I like in a race day shoe. It gives you that comfort of it's not gonna twist and turn around your shoe. It's the upper is really good. This is much better than the Vapor Weave, in my opinion. It kind of conforms to your foot better, gives you a better fitting, and alright, time to see how they feel. I like it. Oh man, that is bouncy. Yep, and they kind of have a little bit of tilt in the front. It's not really like a roll, but it does kind of encourage that roll from midfoot to your toes, or your toe off. And yeah, the carbon plate does give it that rigidity. So I didn't get to talk much about the outsole. The outsole is quite similar to what you would see on some of the other line of Nike shoes, you know, the Zoomfly 3 or the old Next Percents, or even the Pegasus, I believe, has a very similar outsole. Seems pretty durable. I don't think this is going to be the limitation on how long this shoe lasts, but then again, it is a race day shoe. It's not meant and built for durability. It's built to give you the best performance on race day. So not really sure what to expect in terms of durability. I think it's more going to be on the midsole, on how long that lasts. But yeah, only time will tell how long this shoe lasts me. I'm not planning to use it as a daily trainer anyway, so let's see. All right, time to take the Vaporflies for a run. Let's see how they do. They feel really bouncy and soft and awesome. I'm gonna share more once I'm done with the run. All right, see ya. Okay, doing intervals today, so which I thought would be a good test for the Vaporflies, since I'm gonna get to put some threshold pace on them and also have some easy pace to get used to them. I'm done with half of my workout, so 2 out of the 4 intervals are done, and I am absolutely loving these shoes. I think as much as I love the idea of minimalist shoes, these just work. I mean, the cushion is perfect. It is pretty plush, but it also gives you a lot of energy response. The outsole has good grip, and the rigidity that the carbon plate provides gives it a lot more stability, a lot more bounce on that toe off, and it makes me naturally come into that turnover, and I'm loving it, being able to maintain good pace. All right, time for the next interval. See ya. All right, just got done with the intervals in the Vaporfly Next Percent 2, and they were absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they made me run faster than I intended. I was supposed to do my intervals at threshold pace. Definitely had my heart rate crossover into the anaerobic zone. Not great, but they're just freewheeling that way. They just allow you to get into that natural turnover, and the midsole with that ZoomX cushion and the carbon plate is just amazing. Absolutely love it. I think these shoes give people an unfair advantage. It's like a cheat code. I've never had a shoe that I've worn for the first time on a run that's felt this good on my feet. It didn't take any time whatsoever to get used to them. The upper is great. It felt nice and snug. I laced up once and didn't need to tie it again. Overall, an awesome shoe. I think it's clear that I'm going to be running my next marathon in these, which is going to be the virtual Boston Marathon coming up in October. So yeah, that's my review on the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent 2. I'll keep you posted as I put more miles on it, and still gonna do a few more reviews about my shoe lineup and the rotation and some of the other shoes. Until then, keep watching this space for more. See ya. Bye.